Bombers paid homage to Steinbrenner and Sheppard with a 5-4 walk-off win last Friday, but came up short on All-Timers Day, falling 10-5. However, the Yanks took 2 of 3 from the Tampa Rays, closing out the series with their AL East rivals Sunday in a victory, and then bounced back following Tuesday's loss to Anaheim with a pair of back-to-back wins, including Thursday night's 10-4 thrashing of Kansas City and the opener of a 4-game weekend set with the Royals. Last night's highlights included Alex Rodriguez's 599th career home run. The Yankees honored the memory of former manager and player Ralph Houck Thursday night, donning black armbands on the left sleeves of their jerseys for the remainder of the season. Houck, who passed away at the age of 90 Wednesday at his home in Winter Haven, Florida, led the Yankees to a World Series championship in each of his first 2 years as a manager, 1961 and 1962, following an 8-year playing career in pinstripes. Prior to his Major League debut, Houck served in the military and fought in World War II, where he earned the rank of Major, his nickname in the majors. We take a moment now to look back on the lives of George Steinbrenner and Bob Sheppard through 2 people who knew them best. George Steinbrenner's passing took the baseball world by storm last week, but the sad news of his death was still too hard for longtime friend Bill Steimers to believe.
It was very shocking when Connie Swab told me he passed away. And right after that, my phone never stopped ringing from 10 o'clock on to 20 to 12 on Tuesday night. Everybody wanted to talk to me. A lot of people called me up to console me and everything.
The Yankee owner died of a massive heart attack the morning of the All-Star game. Steimers heard the news on TV as he was getting ready to attend the wake of longtime Yankee announcer Bob Sheppard, who passed away 3 days earlier at 99. Steimers called the Yankee PR office to confirm the news and then spent the rest of the day fielding calls from family, friends, and the media, offering both their condolences and asking for his thoughts on the man who won 7 World Series titles and 11 American League pennants during his 37 years.
George was always a fixture at Yankee Stadium. He was always in back of me. I was his good luck charm. And he used to tell me, "Come on, Bill, get it going." And he used to say, "George, don't worry, we're going to win the ball game."
Steimers, affectionately known as Bill the Baker to George and many of those in the media, has been a fixture in the Yankee Stadium press box since 1976. The Brentwood native had a ritual of bringing chocolate chip cookies to Yankee Stadium, and the two became fast friends.
On June 26, 1976, he surprised me that day. He said, how would you like to sit with me today? And I said, "Yeah, sure, George." Then I come up to the press box. I come up and they said, I want you to be in the press box from now on because you can be more valuable than me down there with the fans and everything. And I said, "Gee, this is really nice."
While many will remember Steinbrenner for his hands-on tendencies and his ruthless desire to win, to Steimers, George was a lifelong friend whose greatest qualities extended far beyond the baseball diamond, something Bill learned when his mother fell ill and he had a hard time keeping up with the mortgage payments.
He saved my home in 2004 from foreclosure when my mother passed away on September 10, 2003. He told me, "Bill, don't worry, I'll take care of your house and everything will be all right." And he kept his word and he took care of everything for me.
The Yankees honored the late Steinbrenner and Sheppard last Saturday during the team's annual All-Timers festivities. Bronx News sports writer Howard Golden, who penned obituaries for both the Yankee legends in the borough's local paper, put the afternoon into perspective and reflected on 2 men he knew very well.
Bob Sheppard and the way he lived his life, and the personal decency he always showed to people, the sense of humor, even as a man in the late 90s, is a lesson for people to learn. George Steinbrenner as well showed extreme kindness towards others, including personal strangers to him, whose lives he affected in a very positive and meaningful and strong way.
Bob Sheppard already has his place in Cooperstown, and Steimers and company believe Steinbrenner shouldn't be far behind. The Yankees unveiled a mural of Steinbrenner in the right field bleachers. He's finally a bleacher creature. The Bombers have still found a way to collect some wins on the diamond. The same can't be said right now for the Mets. The Amazons have dropped 7 of their last 8 since returning from the All-Star break, despite a solid return from the DL this week by Carlos Beltran. The Mets lost 2-0 to the LA Dodgers out west in the first of a 4-game weekend set Thursday night. We'll see how the Mets do as they try to bounce back. Only time will tell if wins will be rolling in this season for the Knicks. Amari Stoudemire and Ray Felton still might not be enough to turn the orange and blue into true playoff contenders. But one New Orleans point guard could be a huge difference maker. All-star Chris Paul has demanded a trade from New Orleans, according to sources, and the Knicks are atop his list. Former Knick Allen Houston appears atop the list of potential candidates to fill the role of GM. And while the Knicks continue to try and wheel and deal this summer, hoops action was at its hottest again last weekend at Orchard Beach, right here in the Bronx, as the Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic held their annual All-Star festivities. As promised, former New Jersey Nets All-Star Kenny Anderson was on hand, along with former standout Darryl Chocolate Thunder Dawkins, who was at the beach with the New Jersey Nets as part of a youth clinic for kids in the Bronx. And if that wasn't good enough for the youngsters, current Chicago Bulls star and New York native Joakim Noah stopped by to check out the action. The Hits All-Star didn't disappoint, topping the Eastern Shore Basketball League just from outside of Baltimore in a rout. The Hits All-Stars did a great job. The only highlight for the visitors was a slam dunk contest victory by Stacey Brown, who defeated A.J. Millian, also known as Miles High, or the man who left the imprint of his shoes on the face of NFL star Terrell Owens. You don't understand what I'm saying here, folks? Check out this vid from Harlem's Rucker Park, courtesy of the New York Post. Play it. This is...
Let's go, Shep. Any free.
Touchdown, Miles High! Also starring at Hoops in the Sun. On a final sports roundup note, football fanatics have no fear. The NFL season is near. The Giants begin training camp on August 1st in Albany, and the Jets open on August 2nd at Cortland. Let's hit a quick C list before I head out. Thierry Henry made his New York Red Bulls debut last night before 20,312. The 32-year-old striker even netted a goal in a hard-fought 2-1 loss. But despite the hoopla, I still have a hard time believing anyone really cares about MLS soccer this time of year. I know I don't, which is why it's official. This is the shortest C list ever. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Back to you, Rita. No one cares about soccer.